there, I'm Coach Amy, Precision Nutrition Certified Nutrition Coach with Results Fitness. And the recipe I have for you today are black bean burgers. So I have a couple of the things already set here and ready to go. But as far as ingredients, you're going to need 2 cans of black beans. You could do one of two things. You can drain and rinse them, or you can just drain them, leave some of that bean juice in there to help prevent the burgers from drying out. So personal preference. These I did drain. I did not rinse them, but they are drained. So they still have a little bit of bean juice in there. 3 whisked eggs, red onion, broccoli, salt, pepper, Cajun seasoning, whatever seasoning you want to use. You know, I'm going to do these Cajun. You could certainly switch it up and use whatever seasonings you prefer. Garlic and 2 cups of sauteed mushrooms. So the mushrooms I've already sauteed and those are ready to go. So in a large mixing bowl, you're going to add the 2 cans of beans, and with a potato masher, you're really going to mash these suckers up. I like to leave some of them whole just to thicken the burgers up a little bit. So kind of want it to be like, I don't know, a baby food consistency. So this was a couple minutes of mashing here. All right, so those are pretty much ready to go. Like I mentioned, I had the mushrooms already sauteed. So this is about 2 cups of sauteed portobello mushrooms. So that's going to go in there as well. Try to get all of them in there. Okay, now let's see if I can get most of these beans off of this masher here. All right, so we're just going to give that a quick mix. Okay, now in the food processor, I'm going to toss the broccoli, onion, and garlic. And I'm just going to pulse it a little bit. We don't want to overdo it and turn it all to mush. So I'm going to add about 1 cup of fresh broccoli. This is already somewhat chopped, so you don't have to chop it too fine if you're using the food processor. All right, and this is about 1/2 of a red onion. Throw that in there. All right, and a little bit of garlic. And by a little bit, I probably mean like 20 cloves. So you do you when it comes to the garlic. All right. All right, just a couple of pulses. All right, I have a couple big chunks of broccoli in here, so I'm just going to take those out because you really do want this pretty fine to mix in with burgers. So it's not going to miss those 2 little florets of broccoli. So you can see it's pretty finely chopped. It's not quite mush, but it's really tightly chopped in there. All right, so I'm going to add that as well. This is a great way to sneak some veggies in here also. Like black beans are already super healthy. You know, a black bean burger packed with fiber, packed with protein, packed with iron, and then we're throwing broccoli in there, which is going to be even more iron, even more fiber. You know, many people don't think of vegetables when it comes to protein. Broccoli has quite a bit of protein in it, so another good protein source. All right, so we have the broccoli added in there, and then next we're going to add the eggs. So we have 3 already whisked eggs that are going in there. All right, add that. Oop, found another big chunk of broccoli. I'm just going to pull that out. All right. Next, we're going to add Parmesan cheese and panko and the Cajun seasoning. Like I said, use whatever you like. You could do a Mexican spin on this, Cajun, more garlic, whatever your heart desires. I'm actually going to add some smoked paprika because this is my, I just inhaled a bunch of that. My new favorite spice, adds a great smoky flavor. All right, and these are not vegan because obviously we're adding the cheese, but if you wanted to make it vegan, you can remove the cheese and just add more panko. All right, so this is about a 1/2 cup to 3/4 cup of Parmesan and about start with 1/2 cup of panko. Sorry, gotta sneeze. Excuse me, I inhaled a ton of paprika. Figured that was bound to happen. All right, so we're just going to mix this up. And you want it to be pretty thick because you're going to shape this into patties. So that may mean adding a little bit more cheese, a little bit more panko. You know, if you have some breadcrumbs. Whew, that paprika is gonna be up my nose the rest of the day now. I could feel it. Okay, so this is still pretty thin. I'm gonna add some more panko to it. And again, that's one of those things you don't really have to measure. You kind of have to eyeball it just to see, you know, when it gets to be the right consistency. Which I think, looking at that, this is about going to do it. Now, you could do one of two things with these. You can either pan fry these, you know, just a couple minutes on each side, enough to cook the eggs. Or what I'm going to do, I'm going to air fry them. They come out great both ways, but I personally prefer the air fryer because I feel like it makes these nice and crunchy. Just adds a nice little crispiness to it from the air fryer. All right, so what I'm going to do next, this is going to make about 6 servings. So I'm just going to take a big spoonful of this and probably make a giant mess as usual. I'm just going to pat it into a patty, just like if you were making a hamburger. All right, you can see these are pretty big. Let me wash my hands real quick. Sorry, I have bean juice all over everything. So again, these are going to make some pretty massive burgers. All right, so there's one patty. And again, you can pan fry these 5-6 minutes on each side. I'm going to air fry these at 350 for probably about 8 minutes. Depending on the brand of air fryer, there may be a little bit of variance in it, but that's the great thing about an air fryer. You can stop and check at any time to see the progress of the food. So I'm going to go air fry these, so hang tight, and I will be back to show you what they look like when they're finished. So hang on. Okay, and I am back. Here you go. I air fried these at 350 for about 10 to 12 minutes is what it took, just because these were so huge. So these are literally like the size of my face. So it took a little longer than normal, but it made 6 patties, 350, 10 to 12 minutes, or again, pan fry 5 to 6 minutes on each side until they are cooked through. So as always, I hope you enjoy and let me know what you think. Have a great day.